YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. I bring you guys a brand new Pokemon video today, talking about potential Pokemon on the Switch, of course, and the potential for a new Eeveelution to kind of introduce a brand new generation, or at least the new game for the Nintendo Switch. Now we're going to talk about a few different pieces of evidence that have kind of lined up to potentially get us to this point, but keep in mind that none of this at this point in time is 100% true or whatever. Like, the things I'm going to show you are obviously real, but you know, the conclusions I'm making are just based on kind of educated decisions or kind of history, I suppose. So take this with a grain of salt, and of course, you know, don't be one of those guys who gets incredibly hyped and then the rest of your year is ruined because nothing comes like the Nintendo Direct that we got the other day, where we got Smash, which was pretty cool. You know, but I still think there is possibility for Pokemon on the Switch this year. A lot of people have kind of ruled it out, but I don't think that's the case. There's been a lot of talk about the Nintendo Directs and the Pokemon Directs being removed from the Japanese website, potentially indicating that there might be a Pokemon Direct coming soon. That's kind of not necessarily the key factor, but there's also been some other information about a leaker who got in trouble with Nintendo, and I guess they were trying to say that the game was going to be coming out this year. So interesting stuff, nevertheless, interesting stuff. So we're still kind of in the air right now trying to figure out what's gonna happen, but this is some pretty cool stuff, and I wanted to bring you guys this information. So first thing we got here is that there is a new Pokemon movie coming out, and you can see one of the main characters, this girl right here. She does have an Eevee. Eevee is one of her Pokemon on her team, and there's a bunch of different characters, but Eevee is one of the Pokemon on her team, and that on its own may not be that significant. But what you can see here is there's some Pokeshopper. This is Paul Ryan from Pokeshopper. On his Twitter, he posted that there is a new image going around, and this is a pretty straightforward image. This is 100% real, of Eevee, and then a blacked out circle next to it, and then Pikachu, a blacked out circle, and then Lugia. Obviously, Lugia has a big part in this new movie, so you might be like, well, what if it's just you know, a shiny Eevee Plush or whatever it may be. You know, there's something next to the Eevee that is interesting, and I wanna kind of go back here and kind of, it reminds you of this, right? And I immediately thought of this. I immediately thought of when Lycanroc forms were released. These two Pokemon, this is when Lycanroc was revealed. Dusk Lycanroc, or I'm sorry, the Day Lycanroc and the Night Lycanroc were revealed this way, pretty much, right? So you had Rockruff, and then you had the two scans next to it that were, and you see Joe, a Jigglypuff seen from above. No, so you have the two black ovals there kind of hiding whatever it is, and that has been done before. But it's been done before with Eevee as well, and you know, I gotta give credit to Verlisify. He actually did a lot of this research ahead of time too, so I'll put his video in the description. But there's an image going way back here. This is like 2013, I believe, and it talks about Eevee right here, and then right next to it was a blank circle, and this was actually the reveal prior to the reveal for Sylveon, prior to X and Y coming out, which is really cool. So you see, just like we see today with these Eeveelutions, this is actually from a few days ago, I've been kind of busy, but just like we see with this Eeveelution and the black oval around it is exactly how Sylveon was kind of first revealed in a way through Pokeshopper. So does this indicate potentially that there's going to be a new Eeveelution among us? Is that possible? Are we getting a new Eeveelution? I don't know, man, but it certainly seems pretty cool. Now, I also want to note that there's been Koro scans that have leaked, and it does show that they kind of have like a new Lugia that's going to be distributed. It's known as the Wind Lugia, but it's still normal Lugia with multi-scale, but it does have the move Hurricane, which it's previously never had before, which makes me to believe, or leads me to believe, that, hey, maybe this Eevee is a flying type Eevee. I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of a connection with Eevee and Lugia in this movie, and it causes Eevee's DNA to change to become a flying type at the end of the movie, and then bam, reveal, new Eeveelution, new generation, new game on the Switch. That would be pretty sick. And one thing I didn't pull up, but let's look fake Eeveelutions, because there's some incredible ones, and there's one particular picture that I wanted to pull up that I always like. It's this one right here. These fake Eeveelutions I love. They're some of my favorites, and they're pretty old. They've been passed around for a long time, but these are really cool. So you got like the normal one, the fighting one, I think that's the poison one, ground, flying, so you got the little cloud around it, almost like Altaria-esque, bug, which I feel like the bug one could be really hard to do, but could be cool, rock, Ghost, Dragon, and Steel. So some really cool Eeveelution designs, and you can see that when you just search fake Eevees, there's so many like fan-made fake Eevees, and really Eevee's always been one of those, I don't know about these, they're cool, but they don't really look like Eevee. Eevee's always been one of those Pokemon that people have really, you know, loved, and always, like, every time a new game comes out, first thing you think of is, like, is there gonna be a new Eeveelution? Like, do we get new Eevees? Like, and that could be the bridge to this new generation, this new game, just like they did with X and Y, introducing Sylveon. How epic would it be if they introduced a new Eeveelution to kind of start the hype for the next game of Pokemon on the Nintendo Switch? I gotta ask you guys, which Eeveelution form do you want to see most? Like, do you want to see Dragon? Do you want to see Flying? Do you want to see Ghost? Do you want to see Bug like me? I actually like this Bug one. I think that looks pretty cool. Let me know which one you want to see the most, and what do you think of all this information? Do you think it's got some substance to it? Are you excited? What do you think at this point in time? Time will tell, as always. I think, you know, we still got some time, man. I think there's still a window of opportunity here for Switch to come out with a Pokemon game this year. I know people are saying, well, Smash is coming out, man. You don't need another game, but I still think if they're gonna do it, if they can do it, they're doing it this year. So that's my thoughts. But that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section, and hit that like button. I'm gonna get out of here. My name is Dan. I also go by aDrive, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Thanks so much for checking out my last video. If you like that one, you'll definitely like this one, and be sure to subscribe for more as I post Pokemon videos every single day.